Tired of this old house, gotta get out. Gonna get a little bit loud. Cold drinks and friends all around. Headed to the lake.
All right, so we hadn't done a video in a while. The last video I put up was the 59 T-Bird that we went and picked up down next to the coast. It's about a 5-hour drive to go get it. If you have not checked out that video, please do. Click the thumbs up button, click the subscribe button, little bell, so you get notifications and things. But this video is going to be a little different. This video is going to be about me. Most of them are not. This is all about me. My old faithful truck there died on me. Now sure, I could probably fix the old truck and get it back on the road. The problem is that the truck's already got 400,000 miles on it, and it's been one hell of a truck. But with 400,000 miles on it, I don't know what might go out next. So what I'm gonna do is pick one of the project cars that's been sitting around here growing into the ground and take about 3 days and see if I can get one running. Because here's the problem right now. Me and my wife are down to, it's hot out here today, folks. Me and my wife are down to one vehicle between us. And I'm stuck here. I can't go anywhere because she needs the other vehicle to go to work. So we went from having a spare, we had a vehicle piece plus one, we had a spare, to now we're just down to one vehicle for all of us to share. So I'm gonna have to come up with something just for running to town to get parts and running to the grocery store or the convenience store or whatever I need, but mainly for running and getting parts and stuff, because again, like I said, I'm stuck here at the shop. So let's take a look and see what we can get going. First off, the two things that are probably the easiest, or I should say the closest to being done, is one, our 68 ranch wagon is probably the closest thing to being done. The problem is getting parts for it. Me trying to throw this thing together in just a couple of days, it'd probably be near impossible for me to get parts without having planned all this out ahead of time. The other thing that's pretty close to a running driving car is a 79 Firebird, but I've got it up for sale and could really use the fundage to pass that thing along. So I don't want to interfere with it. It needs a few things, and I don't want to put a bunch of parts into it just for somebody to come by the next day and buy it, and I'll still be out of vehicle. So we're going to pick one of these that are growing in the ground. Let's take a look at Death Row here and see what we got. What I've got here is a 48 Ford Coupe. There's a couple problems with doing this one. One, it needs a lot. Well, it pretty much needs one of everything, two of some things, and three of most things. But I've got plans for this thing that's going to start this winter, and I don't want to try to make it a driver and have to go around and undo what I've done just for a short-term gain. So we're going to go ahead and push that one out, and then we're going to go say no to that one. That does not belong to me. That belongs to a friend. Sitting over here, I got a 68 Mustang, which actually does have a brand new motor and transmission in it, but it needs completely put back together. So it needs one of everything. So and it's not really my car, so that belongs to somebody else. So it needs to be built and finished for them, and it's been sitting here for a while, and that one's probably not what happened. Now here I have a 46 Dodge. This is a very good candidate. It is a complete car, just no motor and transmission. Now my plan is take the 98 Mustang that my daughter wrecked, which has a brand new drivetrain in it, and put in that. But I'm not sure yet. Let's put a pin in that. That may be a good idea, but with all the electronics and electrical stuff and wiring, and this is going to be the kind of the rest of mod thing, there may be some difficulties getting parts and finding the right things to do. I got a feeling there's going to have to be a lot of custom parts made to make this work, and Not really sure that fits in our time frame, although I'm gonna put a pin in that. That might be a good idea. Let's look, see what else we got sitting right here. There's a boat, but that's not gonna help me. If I live closer to the lake, maybe I could transport that way. That's not gonna help me. Now I do have this, no, I'm not doing that one. What else we got? We got some more stuff over here, back this way. Let's go back here and let's see what we got. Here, my wife's 02 Jeep Wrangler. This was her daily driver, and we used to go on a lot of Jeep rides and adventures in this thing. But a few weeks ago, it's 3 and 2, now down to 1. A few weeks ago, blew a head gasket. She is barely running hot and blowing steam straight out the exhaust. I mean, it's bad. Now, this is a great candidate. Problem with this one is I'm going to have to carry some parts to the machine shop, and I'd be at their mercy. And what did I say I didn't have a way to do? I don't have a way to go anywhere, so I can't carry the parts to the machine shop to have it worked on. So, although that was probably the best idea out here, we're not going to do that one. We're just going to, all that said, and all the stuff that's sitting around here, I'm not real sure which one we're going to do yet. Although the 46 Dodge has the, I do have this 67 Cougar here. This is a car that I'm building for my mother. Now this car needs a little repair right in there. It's all there except for the motor. But I have a fresh motor sitting in the storage unit over there. I just have to get it over here. 67 Cougar. I'm gonna put a pin in that one too. I've got one more small idea. Let's put a pin in that one. One more idea that I've been tossing around in my head. Dodge is still a good idea right there. I like the idea of that Dodge. That Cougar's a good idea too. Give it a little shakedown run before I actually passed it off to my mother. And it could probably be done in 2 or 3 days. Both of those are good ideas. But I got another idea up here. Let's go up here and check it out. There's the Firebird if you're interested. Pretty good car. But again, I don't want to fix a few things with that and start daily driving it, because if somebody buys it, then I'm right back where I'm at, and it's just no good. One last idea that has been tossed around in my head a little bit. Since the truck is broken, I can't make it to any races in the foreseeable future because I've got no way to haul the race car. What if it's a running drive car? What if I put an alternator on it, because it doesn't have an alternator, and put a tag on it and use it to rip out and back to the parts store? I don't think it's the worst idea I've ever had. Alright, so there you go. I've got a bunch of, and the wagon's sitting right there, by the way, and I didn't put it on video, but I've got a bunch of ideas, and I need a way to get me from A to B. Basically, I need a way to drive through to the parts store and back to here, maybe the gas station, and maybe run down to the eating place down there, shameless plug, and grab a bite to eat every once in a while. So, knowing that I'm going to be running just right around town here, I'm going to narrow it down to 3 options, and I want to see what y'all think. Option 1, thinking about the 46 Dodge. Now, it probably needs the most out of all 3 of these options, because it has no drivetrain in it at all. So I'd have to put motor, transmission, and all in it, and it would take the most amount of work. So it probably makes the least amount of sense out of the 3 of them, but it is something that's going to be done eventually, and The only hang up with it is I'm not sure about getting electronic stuff in time, and if I have to make any parts and stuff like that. So it will require the most work. Option 2, let's go dig my motor out of the storage unit and put it in the Cougar. That may actually be the best idea out of all three of them. The variable in it is, it's been sitting for a long time waiting on me to get around to it, and when I bought it there was no motor in it, but I was told the transmission was good in it. So the only variable in it is I may do all this work to it and the transmission may not be no good. We don't know, we've never tried it. So that's the only real variable. In theory that car should be, it's still got the exhaust under it, the headers are still hanging there, everything. So in theory it should be, set a motor in it, bolt it up, wire it, fire it, and drive it. So it should be the easiest, simplest one to do, just to get to running. That needs body work and stuff like that, but it don't need that to go out and back to the parts store. So in theory, it would be the quickest one to do. But the transmission is an unknown in that car. So do I take the risk, go ahead and knock it out, and risk the transmission not being good? Or do I wait till I got another transmission for it? And now option 3 is probably the most impractical, most irrational, most irresponsible one out of all of them. That's put a tag on a race car. I'm not talking about putting no exhaust under it. I'm not even talking about taking the slicks off the back. I'm talking about putting an alternator on it, so to charge the battery, put a tag on it, and use it to run out and back to the parts store. That's probably the dumbest idea out of all three of them. That's probably the most impractical idea out of all three of them, the most irrational idea out of all three of them. And it's probably the most juvenile idea out of all three of them, because I would be the guy wanting to play with it on the road. But it is an owned car. I crank it up right now and drive it. I wouldn't actually have to do anything to it other than bolt an alternator to it. Parts store is only a few miles up the road, so I think I could sneak by with no exhaust under it. That's a sentimental favorite for me. But again, probably not the smartest idea. Y'all let me know which one you think I should jump on, and probably Monday I'm going to jump on one of these 3 and try to knock it out really quick, down and dirty, just to get something up and running, just to have a way to leave the house when I need to. Hold up. Hold on. Stop the presses. I have decided to put the wagon back in the lineup. Yes, I know I said parts would be very hard to get, but it wouldn't be any fun if it was easy, would it? Consider the wagon. Your choices: 46 Dodge, 67 Cougar, or 68 wagon. The race car was, yeah, I wanted to do the race car, but it's honestly not the smart thing to do. Let's be serious about this. Which one of those 3 do you want to see me do this coming week? And I will not start on Monday, because today is Monday and it's Labor Day and I forgot about that. We're going to start tomorrow. 68 wagon, 67 Cougar, 46 Dodge. Y'all choose. Actually, we won't start tomorrow. We're going to let y'all choose tomorrow, and I'll start this week and try to have something up and going by the weekend. Your choice. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do whatever you got to do. Let me know in the comments, and whatever everybody decides by Wednesday morning is what we're going to do. So there you go. So, y'all let me know, and everything will be videoed and documented and posted right here on our YouTube channel. So again, click the like button, click the thumbs up button, click the subscribe button, the bell button, whatever buttons it's got, the Christmas trees, the diamond rings, the whatever you can find to press and poke, push, prod, whatever it's got there, you just go ahead and jump on it. And till next time, God bless y'all.
Tired of this old house, gotta get out. Gonna get a little bit loud. Cold drinks and friends all around. Headed to the lake, cussing.